Like I said, his name is Chip Baker. I call him Coach Baker because once you've got that title on you, it's really hard to get rid of it.
That's it.
But was a football coach for a long, long time, and spends most of his time now pouring his soul into guys like you, so he, give you some words of advice. And so we were very, very blessed to have him here this morning. So warm.
Let's go, baby. All right. Good morning, man. Good morning. Man, y'all doing all right today?
Yes, sir.
Man, so good to see y'all. Got a big one today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, good stuff. Well, first I just want to say thanks so much to Coach for the opportunity to be here with you guys. I consider it an honor and a privilege. Coaches are guarded. They don't just let anybody. I've been a head coach, so coaches don't just let anybody around their guys because they love you, right? They want to take care of you. And so for Coach to think enough of me to have me here, man, it's a special thing for me, right? And because of that, my goal is always to give you my A game. I ain't messing around, right? So my goal is to give you everything I got with our time together. I have some norms because I'm giving you my A game. I got some norms for you, and I call it the 3 B's. The first B is just be in the moment. What I mean by that is, man, don't worry about what's going on later. Don't worry about what happened earlier. Let's just lock in and have a good time together. If you're good with that, let me get some head nods. Let me see. Good. All right. The next B is just be interactive. I may ask you a couple questions or something. Yeah, I'm coming to give you some good stuff, but I want to learn from you guys too. So I may ask you some questions or something. If you're good with being interactive, give me thumbs up. Let me see those. Good deal. Yeah. Good. All right. And then the last B is morning, Coach. The last B is just be in application mode, and that's the most important B for me. And what I mean by that is I'm intentional about what I'm going to say to you. Right? What I'm going to say to you, I'm on purpose with it. And so my goal is for you to take at least one thing from what I give you and actually use it to help you be a better young man. That makes sense? Right? So be in application mode. So if you're good with that, tell me we're ready, Coach.
We're ready, Coach.
Well, let's go, man. Let's go. All right, so diving into it, man, I'm a big reflective guy. And when I knew I would have the opportunity, I reflected on some things. The first thing I reflected on is the journey. Let me say that again. The first thing I reflected on is the journey, right? And so what I mean by that is, like, you guys have been doing this for a while, right? You guys have prepared before the season, in the summer, like it's been a long season, right? Where you are in your season, man, the journey. And so there's lots of things that happen along the journey. We learn so much. We want to have continued growth in the journey. A lot of times we surprise ourselves with some of the things that we accomplish in the journey. Y'all agree with that? Right? Because you continue to fight and do the things you're supposed to do within the journey. The next thing I thought about is where you are in your season. Where you are in your season. And what I mean by that is, when you look at a season, like there's a preseason, regular season, and at the end, like, you should be peaking. Y'all agree with that? You should be having growth to continue to be at your best at the right time. Y'all agree with that? Right? So I reflected on where you are in your season. And then I thought about, like, the growth, like I hit on a couple seconds ago, the growth that we should have as we go throughout the journey through our season, right? So it should be continued growth. I shouldn't be the same player today that I was at the beginning of the season, right? I shouldn't be the same player today that I was last week, right? I should be better today because I've had continued growth. And so what we have to make sure that we do is push through so that we can finish strong. Let me give you that one again. It's important that we push through so that we finish strong. And this is a rhetorical question here. I know the answer to this. Y'all lift weights before? Yeah, right? Yes. So, like, there's sometimes you get late in those sets and your body's hurting and it's tough, but you put the weight on there and you got the dang push through to finish to get it, right? Squats, you got to dang push through to finish. And so it's just like that in your season, it's just like that in your game. Man, it's just like that in your life. Right? There's going to be some times in your life where you're going to have to push through. And so looking at the weight analogy, I used to be a powerlifting coach as well. So there were some specific techniques I would teach my guys to help them push through, right? So like on bench, when it got heavy, I'd say, hey, stretch the bar, right? Stretch the bar so you can pop the top of your lift, right? So that's a technique that would help them push through. On squat, one thing, drive your hips. Y'all heard that before? Drive your hips. Okay, when you get stuck in that spot, drive your hips, right? And another thing I would tell them, hey, spread the floor with your feet. And you can't do that, but what it allows you to do is it allows you to pop the top of that squat, right? So those are some things that actually help people in the weight room actually for real push through. That makes sense? Like it helps you for real, like push through and finish the right way. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about today is just, some things that'll help you push through. All right, so the first thing is we have to make sure we focus in on playing well. We got to play well. Like if you want to be great, you got to do things in a great way. Y'all agree with that? Right, you got to play well. And so what I mean by that is take one play at a time. All right, take one play at a time. Be the best version of yourself right now in this play, right? And then regroup, and then have the next play mentality. Y'all ever heard that before? Have the next play mentality. Because like, regardless of what happens in that play, bro, you got to play the next play. You got to finish. You got to continue to play. Now what you do is you learn from each play when you're in the moment with it. But hey, what's the next play? Let's go. And then in that process, what it allows you to do is it allows you to learn from your mistakes, right? It allows you to say, oh, man, I stepped with this foot. I was in this wrong gap. Oh, but next play, I got it next time, right? Put it behind you and move on. All right, so that's the first thing. You got to play well. The second thing is you got to understand the big picture. And what I mean by that, man, is, can I just say it like I feel it? Can I say it how I feel it? All right. So growing up, my mom would tell me like this. You should say, boy. When she say boy, it's for real, right? Like she know my name. She gave me my name. But when she say boy, it's for real. She's like boy, it ain't about you. I'm like, okay. But sometimes she'll turn back and then she'll look back at me and say, boy, it ain't about you, right? And sometimes I didn't understand that, but what I grew to understand is that there's a big picture here, right? So like my actions and the things that I do, it don't only affect me, but it affects who? Everybody, right? The team, the family. Does that make sense? Right? So we have to understand the big picture and know that, we have like big picture goals and accomplishments that we want to hit, right? Those are first, the team accomplishment. Then we break it down to the unit accomplishments and goals. Offense, defense, special teams, right? Then we can even go further down by position, right? We break it down by our position accomplishments and goals. And then me personally, I have to see, okay, how do I fit into all of this? And then how can I add value to the situation? So every person in this room, you got to understand the big picture and understand how you fit into what we're striving to accomplish so that you can give maximum effort and be the best version of yourself so that our team is the best version of ourselves. That makes sense? Right? So when each individual understands the big picture, man, watch out. It don't matter who we play, you can get it. Right? Whoever wants it, they can get it. Right? When everybody understands the big picture. So the next thing you have to do is you have to make sure you set goals. Are goals important? Goals are super important, man. You got to have goals. I look at goals as kind of like a GPS, right? Like if you don't know where you're going, bro, how you gonna know where you're going? Right? Like if you don't have a roadmap to where you're going, like man, you got to have some way to figure it out. So goals are your GPS, and so we have to understand that, like, okay, what's my goals for this practice, right? In this practice, what do I want to work on to be the best version of myself? Okay, next, what are my goals for this week? in this week, I watched tape last week. I saw this. This was good. We need to be better on this. Okay, so this next week, all right, I'm going to be better on those things. All right, I don't want to look at the tape this week and see, man, I'm making the same dang mistakes. Right, that's unacceptable. Right, so what are my goals for this week? Then which goes over into our goals for the season. But here's the key component. What are my goals for my life? Right? And so what you guys may not understand that us coaches understand is those same things that you're learning right now, like you will use it for the rest of your life. And like all of those things that you're demanded of you to do, like I said, my mom was like, my mama didn't play around. Boy, you better be on time, do right, work hard. Like all of those things that I was taught, all of those things that I learned through playing sports. I mean, I still use that as a grown man in my life. Be on time, work hard, do right, treat people right, take care of your business. Like that don't change. And so you're learning transferable life skills that you have no idea that you're learning. But what you need to know is when you do the best that you can do in each moment, when you set those goals, it sets you up for success in anything you're doing in your life. Because for me, it's bigger than ball. It's about life. All right. And then the last thing, men, is, man, have a good time. Right? Like have a good time. Man, I used to tell my guys every day, man, we're going to have a good time working our tails off. Like we're going to work, man. Like you're going to work harder than you ever worked in your life. I'm going to push you to the max and more, right? That's my expectations. That's what we're going to do. But man, we're going to have a dang good time doing it, right? Because you're only in high school once in your life. Like this moment of this day, we will never get it back again in our life ever. You ever thought about that? Like they print money, right? They print money. Y'all can talk to me. Yeah, they print money, right? So like money, we come and go. We can get that again. But time, oh man, no. This moment of this day, you will never get it back again. So that's why it's important that like you are intentional about what you do each moment of each day. It's important that you are on purpose each moment of each day. It's important that you don't waste your dang time. With everything you're doing, it's important that you're on point and being in the moment because your time is valuable, man. And in that time, you want to make sure that you're able to look back on it and be proud of what you accomplished. I smiled when I said that, right? Because I was thinking about my life as well, right? When you choose to make sure that you're on point and doing what you're supposed to do, I'm telling you, man, you'll be able to look back on it and be able to smile and feel good about it because you have no regrets, right? You've done everything that you could do to be the best version of yourself. When you look back on that, man, you'll be super proud of that. And I want that for every one of y'all in this room. In your life, I want that for you. Not just in football, not just in your game, not just in your season, but in your life. And I want you to be able to be proud of what you accomplished because you've been in the moment and you did everything that you can do to be the best version of yourself. So in closing, man, I just wanted to just remind you that it's important to push through. Right? I wanted to give you some tips that will help you push through and finish the right way. Right? And so for me, yes, it's about your game, push through in your game. Yes, push through for the rest of your season, but learn those things that will allow you to push through in life so that you'll have that continued growth that you want to have. Right? And when you have that continued growth, I believe it brings about some fulfillment. Right? It makes you happy in your life. All right, so the first thing I talked about was play well. What does play start with? P. Like the second thing was understand the big picture. So we hit play well, and we went understand the big picture. What does understand start with? Then we hit setting goals, right? Set starts with S. Then we talked about having a good time doing it. Have starts with H. What does that spell? Push through, man. Push through. and everything you're doing, dang finish. It's going to be some challenges in the game. It's going to be some challenges in your season. It's going to be some challenges in your life. But when you get to those moments, dang push through, because tough people do tough things. Be a tough joker and dang push through. All right? So we're going to have a little fun. You guys that have been here before, y'all know my thing is go get it. So what we're going to do, can y'all get loud? Can y'all give me some juice? Can y'all do that? All right, so what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to count it down. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Y'all going to go push. All right, I'll go 4, 5, 6. Y'all going to go get it. Can y'all do that? Yes, we'll do it a couple times. Let's get it going, baby. 1, 2, 3. Push. 4, 5, 6. Go get it. 1, 2, 3. Push. 4, 5, 6. Go get it. One more time. Give me some juice. 1, 2, 3. Push. 4, 5, 6. Go get it. Go get it, man. Y'all get after it. Good luck to you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Go get it.